There is one particular rock at the very center of Stonehenge that has sparked a debate which could last for decades. This isn't just any rock. It is the altar stone, and a groundbreaking discovery about its origins has just changed everything we thought we knew about the people who built this ancient monument. Because this single stone doesn't just challenge the traditional view of Neolithic Britain, it threatens to rewrite it entirely. So how can one single stone completely upend history? To answer that, we need to examine the monument, the materials, the mathematics, and the minds behind Stonehenge. The site itself dates to around 2500 BC, though some of the stones may have arrived as early as 3000 BC. This places it firmly in the Neolithic era, the so-called New Stone Age. Mainstream archaeology has long described Neolithic Britain as a land of scattered tribes, early farming, and rudimentary stone tools. These people didn't have the wheel. They didn't use metal. They didn't write. In fact, writing itself was only beginning to emerge thousands of miles away in Mesopotamia and Egypt. On the western fringe of the known world, Britain was seen as primitive, barely brushing the dawn of civilization. And yet, somehow, this is where one of the most extraordinary monuments of prehistory was raised. Stonehenge is composed of three primary types of stone. The massive sarsens, the iconic outer circle, and horseshoe trilithons are a type of sandstone sourced from West Woods, about 25 kilometers away. That's still a logistical nightmare when you consider that each block weighs up to 25 tons and was dragged across hills, rivers, bogs, and forests without wheels or draft animals. Then there are the bluestones. Though smaller, they still weigh up to 4 tons each, and they came from southwest Wales, more than 250 kilometers away. That's not a straight path either. The terrain is mountainous, and some researchers believe they may have been transported partially by sea, raising even more questions. Did these so-called Stone Age people possess boats capable of carrying multi-ton stones through ocean currents and around rocky coasts? If so, where are the remains of such vessels? But all of this pales in comparison to what was revealed in 2024. A scientific study published in Nature confirmed that the central altar stone of Stonehenge did not come from Wales, as previously believed. It came from the northeastern tip of Scotland, more than 700 kilometers away. Not only is this the furthest traveled of all the stones, it's also the largest of the so-called blue stones, measuring over 16 feet long and weighing an estimated 6 tons. This discovery stunned researchers. Dr. Rob Ixer of University College London called it shocking. Heather Sabaya, senior curator of the Stonehenge site, simply said, "It is phenomenal that people of the time brought such a large stone all this way. They must have had a compelling reason to do it." But how? That's the question no one can confidently answer. Overland transport would have meant dragging it across the Grampian Mountains, the Pennines, and through thick prehistoric forests. The alternative, by sea, would have involved navigating the storm-ridden North Sea, rounding the coast of Britain, then hauling it inland. Either route is unimaginably difficult, and yet it was done. This forces us to confront a deeper truth. The people who built Stonehenge were not scattered, isolated tribes. They were part of an interconnected society with extraordinary logistical capabilities, communication networks, and perhaps even something more. An understanding of geometry, astronomy, and geology that we are only now beginning to rediscover. Let's start with the layout. Stonehenge isn't just a random stone circle. Its axis aligns perfectly with the sunrise on the summer solstice and the sunset on the winter solstice. From a precise viewing point within the circle, the sun rises directly above the heel stone on the longest day of the year. This is not an accident, it's intentional astronomical alignment, the kind of planning that requires long-term observation and precise geometry. And the geometry doesn't stop there. When researchers measured the average spacing between the sarsen lintels, the capstones of the outer ring, they found it to be roughly 10.56 feet. The outer circumference of the sarsen circle is around 105.6 feet. Multiply that base unit by 500, and you get exactly 5,280 feet, the length of our modern mile. Could this be coincidence? Maybe. But this same unit appears again and again in the dimensions of ancient sites across Britain, and even around the world. Now let's take the bluestone ring. Its diameter is roughly 79.2 feet. The sarsen ring is 100.8 feet. Divide one by the other and you get a ratio of 1.2727, remarkably close to the square root of pi squared, a key proportion in sacred geometry. These two rings together encode a solution to an ancient mathematical riddle. the squaring of the circle, a feat once thought to be impossible to achieve geometrically, is manifest in stone, built into the earth itself. But perhaps the most intriguing clue lies in the altar stone itself. Remember, it wasn't just heavy, it was compositionally different. Researchers found it contains unusually high concentrations of barium, a metallic element that's rare in local geology. Why choose a stone like this? Was it for its density? Its resonance? Some of the dolerite bluestones are known to ring like bells when struck. Were certain stones selected for their acoustic properties? Could Stonehenge have functioned like a giant resonant chamber, a prehistoric instrument designed to amplify sound or vibration? If that sounds far-fetched, consider this. We already know the site was deliberately placed on a chalk plateau that reflects sound in unusual ways, and many ancient monuments across the world, from Malta to Peru to the temples of India, display this same blend of astronomy, geometry, and resonance. Could they all be tapping into the same lost science? The deeper you go, the harder it becomes to write any of this off as coincidence. Stonehenge isn't an isolated anomaly. Maybe it's a surviving fragment of a forgotten global tradition, a system of knowledge passed down in sacred architecture waiting to be remembered. Thank you for watching. If you found this journey as fascinating as we did, subscribe to Ancient Epochs for more.